warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Batrisha binti Muhammad Lotfi.
My name is Nur Alfina Aini binti Hussein.
My name is Nur Sazwani Zati binti Subalai.
My name is Nur Hazwani Inani binti Muhammad Zaini.
Now, we are going to present about forecasting the fund needs by parents of autism spectrum disorder (ASD) child in the future after the parent's death.
Autism, also known as the autism spectrum disorder (ASD), considered in one of the 5 pervasive development disorder which causes a person to have severe deficiency in the areas of cognitive and social development. There are 3 types of severity in SD, which are level 1, level 2, and level 3, as stated in Diagnostic and Statistical Manual of Mental Disorder 5th edition, also known as the SM-5. The SM-5, written by the American Psychiatric Association (APA), is used by the healthcare professionals as a tool to diagnose psychiatric illness. Level 2 notes in verbal and non-verbal social communication skills insufficiency with obvious social impairments even with support. The final level is level 3, which has severe insufficiency in verbal and non-verbal social communication skills cause severe impairments in functioning. This study will be focusing on level 3 ASD, the most severe spectrum, which needs a very substantial support compared to level 1 and level 2. In Malaysia, the mean age of mother at first live birth is at 27.7 years, based on the Department of Statistics Malaysia in the Vital Statistics Malaysia 2018. Plus, the detection of autism diagnosis of firstborn at the mother's age 29.2. Parents as a normal individual lived in Malaysia, the life expectancy of 74.5, as stated by the average life tables 2017 to 2019, provided by the Department of Statistics Malaysia. Therefore, the autism child will face their parents' death at age 46.8.
Thank you to Wani Inani. Next, I will proceed to problem statement. According to Board 2040, today ASD is generally not curable, but most study of ASD focus on children like the ASD children not growing up. The expected flood of adult with autism as a tsunami. The reason can be easily understood because the more children diagnosed with autism mean more adult with autism in the wrong right. In fact, more challenging for autistic individuals as they grow older are maybe worse in the case of those individuals who are unable to live independently. When a child is diagnosed with NSSD, the impact of the effect diagnosis can have on the life of his or her family is incalculable, except in one regard, cost. As Wani Inani explained in the introduction, the expectancy life parent as a normal person living in Malaysia is 74.5. Besides, in Malaysia, the mean age of mother at firstborn is at 27.7 years old, based on the Department of Statistics Malaysia in the Vital Statistics Malaysia 2018. We estimate the firstborn to be severe ASD who require very substantial support. This means at age 46.8, they will lose their parent and lose their dependency of life. What will happen to an autism child when their parents die? According to data ETAL 2012, CAN 2011, the concern for future child care when caregivers are no longer alive was also defined as a source of stress to the parents. Therefore, as a parent with ASD child, you want to be proactive about the what happened question and begin preparing early. If their parents do not prepare early, ASD adult will be abandoned because their parents do not provide funds for them to continue their life. Therefore, we need to prevent this from happening by forecasting how much fund needs by the parent to invest now to make sure their autism child in the future has sufficient fund when their parents no longer can support their life. First, the fund include food, drink, medical costs, clothes, caregiver costs, and more importantly, their shelter costs. Second, the fund also will support ASD individuals who lost their parents until the end of their life. Third, the fund also protect ASD individuals from solitary. To know the accumulation of funds that cover all the costs, we need to know the daily expenses for ASD adult from age 46.8 to age 74.5, as we assume ASD individual had the same life expectancy as individual without ASD.
Thank you, Shazwani Izati. Next, I'm going to talk about the research questions.
First, how much the accumulation of funds by the parents of severe ASD people to cover the future expenses?
Second, why must the parents need to invest funds on their severe ASD child? And last, how much the accumulation of funds needs by the parents of severe ASD people to cover the future expenses?
Thank you to Batrisha. Now, we will proceed to the research objective. The research objective of this study are:
First, to suggest the parent to prepare sufficient funds for their severe ASD children when they die.
Secondly, to ensure the cost of living for severe ASD people will assure when they lost dependency of life. And the last one, to forecast the accumulations of funds needs by the parents of severe ASD people to cover the future expenses.
Scope and limitations of study. This research paper analyzed the data from only one country, which is Malaysia. The study will be conducted in the small region in Selangor. The study location is at one of the autism organizations called National Autism Society of Malaysia, NAZRUL. The sample target of the study is any parents that have severe ASD child. This paper limits genders to male and female. In addition, data obtained for this paper are from the year 2000 to 2019. Next, we also encountered a limitation, which is some data obtained do not achieve our requirement. Lastly, the data we need may be private and confidential, which does make us worried.
Thank you, Alfina. Next, I'm going to talk about the significance of study.
The study is about suggesting the parent to prepare enough fund for their severe ASD children when they die. Throughout this study, we want to know what kind of costing burdens for parents during taking care of their ASD children.
The study is to ensure the continuous source of fund for cost of living of the child when they lost the dependency of life, or in other words, when their parents die. After all, this study will be significant to ASD parents to think of what they need to prepare for their ASD child if they die in the future. Last but not least, this paper is going to focus the accumulation of fund needs by the parents of severe ASD people to cover their future expenses when they lost their dependency of life. By forecasting the fund needed by ASD parents, it would also help the resource center of ASD to calculate how much they need for ASD patients to stay at the center after their parents die.